Brandon Curry,
And Richburg.
and we're here at Olympus Athletics, about to hit it in the dungeon here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is basically where I started bodybuilding. As you can see, we got a lot of medal and trophies around. We take it pretty seriously around here, so we're gonna go in here and get it done. Shout out to Sean Barber for always making us feel welcome. Let's make some noise. Basically today we did a chest day, and we started off with reverse grip bench press. A lot of people are like, why do it that way? Isn't it harder? And yeah, true, it may be harder, but I find that it helped me a lot when I was having some shoulder issues. I switched to reverse grip bench press, and I haven't really had any more shoulder issues. It's a lot more comfortable for me. I've gotten adjusted to it. I'm still able to move some pretty heavy poundages with that style of lift. I find that the range of motion allows me to work the overall chest a little bit better, especially coming from that low position to that high position. You find yourself activating the more upper chest fibers in that movement. I think there's research actually to prove that. I've read before that it's actually, I think, 30% activation over, I think, incline bench press. You don't quote me on that, but you can look that up for yourself. So I started to use it. It's been very effective. My strength levels are starting to decline, I find. A couple weeks ago I was a lot stronger, but it's kind of what happens when you're dieting. But like I said, we enjoy it. If you never done it, a couple of things I advise you to do: don't grip the bar. Just position it in your hand. Don't necessarily grab the bar, because your wrist will be in a terrible position for doing that movement. And it should be just pretty much similar to regular standard bench press. It should feel pretty much the same, except you're just not in the same position. Well, when you saw us doing the reverse grip bench press, we used a special device created by the great Mark Bell, Super Training TV. He made the Sling Shot, is what it was called. It's a Sling Shot. Basically, it's a device that kind of helps you with your bench press, especially if you have any injuries, shoulder issues, where you're affected by kind of like the range of motion and the comfort level of movement. But of course, I use it to increase the volume within my workout. That bottom range of the bench press, no matter what style you're using, can be a little harsh on the shoulders. So it kind of takes you out of that bottom range a little bit, giving you a little aid out of that bottom part. And you can focus a lot more on the chest range, especially when you're highly fatigued. You start to work up to a pretty heavy set, throw the slinger on, do another heavy set, and then do a drop set with the slinger on with 315, which I probably wouldn't be capable of doing that much volume as effectively without that kind of device. So it's one of those aids that I use to kind of just challenge my volume in a workout. And it's, like I said, it's a lot less stress on the triceps, the joints, and the shoulders, girdle. It takes a lot of the stress off that and helps you really focus on that chest load. A lot of people say, oh, well, it doesn't make it easier. Well, at that point in the workout, I don't think easier is a bad thing, especially if you can keep your intensity, your load up that heavy and continue to work at that load. So I think it only aids in your, I guess, growth and performance in that aspect. So it's definitely a good device. If you want to look that up and purchase it, go to howmuchyourbench.net, and I'm sure Mark Bell appreciates your support. The next exercise we moved into was a hammer strength incline. Just to make sure I target a little bit more upper chest, make sure I actually worked heavy with the, kind of a compound movement. I use that, less stabilization. And it's just one of those exercises that's been around, very effective at hitting the upper chest. Didn't go 5 plates today, but it was good going 4. I got enough work done, and I moved on from there. The next exercise we did was some new variation I recently learned for upper inner chest stimulation. Basically, we're using a T-bar rope setup. You're getting on your knees, you're gripping the bar as if you are doing an incline press, so to speak, and pushing the bar away from you. I tell you what, it doesn't look very intense, but having that isometric contraction by holding the bar inside that position, you always have that constant tension there. Just by having to hold the bar and then pushing it away from your body, you're really activating those upper chest fibers coming from that low to high position. I mean, it's just an awesome fatiguer for that. Just basically finishing the upper chest off in that position. It was definitely something new I learned. It's humbling, and I'm going to continue to use it for my chest development. The next exercise that we used was something I learned years back. It really helped me improve my chest development when I was trying to figure out how to really challenge the chest without challenging the shoulders and the triceps. And that's called a press and fly. Basically, it's just like it sounds. You press the weight up and you fly it down. You want to use a weight that you just can't fly for reps. And it's going to be less, of course, than you normally use your pressing. So somewhere in between that, and you should get a good slow control negative, press it up explosively, and a good slow and control negative. It's definitely going to really challenge those chest fibers. I show it to a lot of guys that have trouble with that development, and they seem to like the exercise a lot. So put it in your arsenal. It's definitely a good weapon. This year, I'm getting ready for the 2014 Arnold Classic. It's going to be a grand event. We got a lot of, we call up-and-coming forces to be reckoned with. A lot of veterans will be out of it this year, a few still hanging around. But it's really going to just, kind of set the tables for, kind of the future of bodybuilding, who's going to stand out, who's going to take this opportunity and run with it. Coming off of last year, coming off of a Brazil win, the first Arnold Classic Brazil win, I have a lot to prove, and these Arnold Classics are definitely a big stage to prove something. So I'm going in with a vengeance. I'm going in really focused, trying to surprise some more people again, make them believers, whether they want to be believers or not. So I'm working hard and really pushing this because I'm really trying to take it to the next level and solidify myself in this sport we call bodybuilding. Cable crossovers was what we basically ran to next. It was one of my finisher moves I like to use just to make sure I've targeted the chest and got enough volume in. I like to use that. Today we used the low to high position, stimulating more upper chest fibers. It's just a good move, good squeeze, good focus, and it totally trashed me. Just really focus on your position. Watch your arm position. Not a lot of arm movement has to be involved. I keep a slight bend. And I'm just really focusing on contraction at this point in the workout.
I'm going to put it in other places, but Memphis first.
First of all, I'd like to thank MD for doing some coverage on me during this prep for the Arnold Classic. I really appreciate you guys. I'd like to thank my training partner here for pushing me today, Rich Burke, for this Arnold Classic prep. It really comes in handy to have somebody that's alert when you're prepping. I'd like to thank my wife. I'd like to thank the very talented Adam Silver Model Management here filming me today. Let's see. And I want you guys to really just look out for my Physique Empire label, which you saw in the video. It'll be released this spring. through physiqueempire.com. So just check it out. We're getting a lot of things together, and hopefully we'll have a lot of good wear for you guys that you guys will like in sport to support me. Another thing, in the fall we have my show, the Music City Muscle, coming. It's the biggest show in the state of Tennessee, 2 years running. So I want you guys to come out and support. We like to put on a great show. And I'd like to thank Olympus Gym, Sean Barber, for just holding me down, as always, and making this environment that's very, very friendly to bodybuilding and supporting this Tennessee bodybuilding as well. He's really doing a lot of things for the athletes here. And like I said, I like to definitely those that support the sport and give back in that arena.